As much as anger is a valid emotion, if we're not careful, we're going to have to suffer the side effects. Proverbs 15:1, a harsh word stirs up anger. Well, that's an understatement. Isn't that true? Again, early on in our marriage, I learned what not to do, okay? Tiffany and I are having a spat, okay? And we're going back and forth. This time it's not in the doorway of a bathroom. And we're going back and forth. And she says this to me, and it confuses me. She says, "It's how you made me feel." I'm like, "Excuse me? I'm just asking what time is dinner," and you're like, "Somehow, some way, it made you feel something." And I'm going, it's how you made me feel, though. And I'm like, how did you get that of what time is dinner? I mean, it was like something that drastic. I mean, it wasn't dinner, but to me, in my head, it was like, really? And I'm like, no, you got to unpack it, because I don't see how you got that out of what I said. And we're going back and forth. She kept saying, "It's how you made me feel. It's how you made me feel." And finally, I just said, I got mad, and I said, "Well, I'm sorry." I said, "How you feel? It's just wrong. It's just wrong." Have you ever said something, and as soon as it comes out, you're like, "Wow, that sounded so much better in my head." Right? And you're like, you wish you had a flux capacitor, and you go back in time, and like, "Oh yeah, okay, honey." Now, I've been trained since then. I have. And now it's more like, if this is how it made me feel, it's like, okay, you know what, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was not my intent to make you feel that way, okay? So this is my fault. I didn't word it right, I didn't time it right, and the tone in which I used obviously wasn't correct, so I'm really sorry. Will you forgive me?
Wow.
Hold on. Now, don't ask me if I do that every time. We'll talk later. I just know that's what I'm supposed to do, okay? Anger, it poisons our communication, doesn't it? It poisons our communication. If we're not careful, our words will be the greatest speech we ever regret.